Trident Royalties is a mining-focused royalty and streaming company. We're endeavoring to put together a portfolio of royalties and streams that will be broadly representative of the mining sector by commodity breakdown. So providing investors exposure to the full suite of mining commodities, but from a royalty perspective. Royalties are sort of the best way to get exposure to mining commodities. So the fact that they sit at the top line of the profit and loss statement means that you're directly exposed to revenue. So you get that direct exposure to the mining commodities, which is what you want. Relative to investing directly into the metals, by investing in royalties, you still get that upside that's related to the assets. So as the assets extend their mine life or increase their production throughput, that all benefits the royalties as well. So they straddle sort of the exposure that equities have and the exposure that investing directly in the metals have, and give you sort of the best of both worlds. We've got 3 advisory groups involved with Trident, and all 3 are mining focused or mining heavy advisors that send us quite a few deals that cross their desk. In addition, we've got a number of mining focused investors, which get opportunities across their desks as well, which they forward on to us. And then of course the board and management, we have our own networks and do our own outreach. So that's one area where we're certainly not short of opportunity. There's quite a few, and it's consistent with the strategy that there's quite a few opportunities that are coming our way, and it's because there's no other company that's effectively doing exactly what we're doing in terms of building a growth-focused, diversified royalty company. Well, most of our peers are listed on the TSX and are precious metals, either exclusively or precious metals focused. And that really is the opportunity that we saw as lacking in the space. Is I think you can extol the virtues of royalties and streams and why they're the best way to give investors exposure to mining commodities. But then the offering that was lacking was the ability for investors to go out there and have in a single share that full exposure to the suite of mining commodities from a royalty perspective. So by building a portfolio that's roughly 1/3 precious metals, 1/3 base metals, and 1/3 bulks and battery minerals and industrial and sort of everything else, that would give exposure to the full spectrum of mining commodities, which, as I said, is an offering that's just not out there at the moment. We've made a number of acquisitions in quick succession, and we've already built a portfolio that's representative now of the mining sector. So from here, it really is just a matter of continuing to tap into those opportunities. You know, there's 2 pools of royalties out there. There's existing royalties that are sitting with non-core holders that are ripe for consolidation. There's also every opportunity to go out there and write new royalties to fund the miners and help them develop their projects. So between those 2 avenues, we see no shortage of opportunity, and we'll be able to consolidate these royalties into Trident to continue to give shareholders that exposure that they're seeking. We maintain a very low overhead cost model. Effectively, we're not miners. We're not out there developing and building mines. We're acquiring financial instruments, and that allows us the ability to scale very rapidly. And so we're early in the stages of building out our portfolio, and we've got the capacity to then grow from there without having a commensurate increase in our G&A. I think we've proven that as we make acquisitions, the market recognizes that value, and you've seen the share price increase since our listing. I think we've also got good liquidity, so you can see that we're building on a model that's been proven out on the TSX, and I think you'll notice that there are royalty companies intending to list more in London. So it's a situation where there's a proven business model and a proven team now in place to execute on this. We're just doing it with a slightly different strategy of being diversified versus purely focused on precious metals or purely focused on North America, which most of our peers are. There's a whole wide world of opportunities out there, and I think we've demonstrated thus far that we're able to consolidate some of that, and that reflects as value to our shareholders. So, you know, we're early in that stage, so now is a good time to get involved because we are still well capitalized, and we've only begun to tap into the opportunities in front of us.